MGK on Everyday Struggle. Oh my goodness. That is the first Everyday Struggle I have watched from beginning to end in about 2 years. I tried to support that show when it first came out. You know that when Joe was on there and everything else. It was a hip hop show. I was the main person who was like, look, the first episode was whack. But look, let's not give up on it. It's a show about hip hop. Man, did things change? This show is still terrible. I mean, it's terrible. I'm sorry. It's not. It has nothing to do with me hating Ag or anything. This show isn't good. The one with MGK was interesting because they had someone up there. One, who's real. Two, he really had something to say. Three, they didn't know what to ask him. All they wanted to do was have him up there to talk about the Eminem situation. That's the only thing. They had no questions for him. None. Even Wayno even had to say, well, you know, we feel like we don't interview. We just have a conversation with people. And that's all it was. Because they don't know how to interview anybody. Wayno tries. I'll give Wayno credit. He tries. He tries way more than the other two. If Nadeska ain't clamoring for doggone tickets and backstage passes and can I have a briefcase? Yay! I'm like, do they pay you? Don't you get a check? The hell's the matter with you? And she's the EP of this show. Well, anyhow, back to the situation at hand. Of course, Eminem was brought up, and the only question that was worth anything was at the very end. And can you believe it came from DJ Academics? He said, is there any way there can be a reconcile between you and Shane? And MGK said, put us on the track and see who comes the hardest. You know why? Because in his heart of hearts, he feel bar for bar, Eminem can't beat him. And he's right. Eminem cannot beat MGK bar for bar. That's right. It's been said by me. If they go bar for bar, there is no way Eminem can beat MGK. It won't happen. Now, I'm going to tell you why that would never happen. Because that would be the most. Let me hear his verse first. I'm going to go redo mine. It will be biggest controversy in history. Shady, it would make Shady look stupid to even go down that road. He would never, ever agree to do anything of that sort. And that's the difference between Shady now and Shady then. Eminem would have had a verse out yesterday. As soon as that conversation would have ended, Eminem would have had a verse ready. Now, before people lose their mind, because like they listen to bars now, This was bar for bar. Okay? What Eminem is good at, and I want you to understand, is his wordplay with the bars. He has better wordplay with the rhyme altogether. It's not necessarily the effectiveness of the bars. MGK is more punchline, 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 punchline. He's got more punch in his bars. The wittiness goes to Eminem. So if they go bar for bar, the harder punchlines will be landed by MGK. And he knows that's what people want to hear. He already gave you a 4-bar massacre. We've never heard nobody diss Eminem like that. And he just gave you a 4-verse massacre. And it took Eminem like 3 weeks to respond. That let me know right there he's not. And I loved his response. He responded from an MC's perspective. I love the way M did it. But I knew, I said, ooh, yeah, but I love the way you went out. You went out being Eminem. But many people are not going to gravitate to this. An MC would. Because they know what you're doing. And that was the difference. Eminem's rap style and kill shot was basically showing you the difference between him and MGK. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to show you who was different. How they were not alike. Like he did on Not Alike. And to me, they aren't alike. In no way. Now, the Gunner is more street, more gutter with his rhymes. There's a ruggedness. There's a more pain. Eminem, I don't feel that. Plus, he's been rich for, however long. So, obviously, things have changed. And he's a witty rapper with no content. Have nothing to rap about. Whenever you put DJ Academic's name in a song, you have no content. Now, with that being said, the fans will take that as he said he could out-rap Eminem. Put him on the same song. Go tell that to Eminem and see what's going to happen. You think he don't already know? Shady already knows. And you want to know what? It's not going to change a thing. Not one thing. So, here's what I'm going to say. Because I want to be clear, of course. I want people to understand something. This is not about who's the best rapper. they're different. Right now, MGK has a lot more to say because he's surrounded and on the ground floor of reality in real life. He's the most transparent rapper in the game, trying to navigate through the craziness of this industry. Then you have a guy who's a recluse who you don't see anywhere at any paparazzi shoots, going out to eat at restaurants. You don't see Eminem. Nobody's taking pictures of him anywhere. You know why? That's why he doesn't live in Cali anymore. He had to move back to Michigan, where paparazzi is not going to be following him around. He's a recluse. He's unattached from what's going on in reality. All he has now is the internet to inform him on what's what. He really thought MGK had a man bun. He really did. He didn't realize that thing was from a movie. He don't know. The closest those two ever came to meeting each other, never. About as close as I came to meeting these dudes from my house. They are not close to meeting each other. Shady don't come outside unless it's time. Unless it's time for him to do an interview. Unless it's time for him to be seen. They got an album. It's an interview with a guy he pays on his staff to interview him. Here are the talk points. It's crazy. But with that being said, I'm out. I don't want to hold you guys all day. Listen, don't forget to support the page. Click the link in the description box. Hit the Streamlab up so I can shout you out. Leave me a message if you want to talk on there. They got a whole message board. Or you could just hit me up on your Cash App, whichever one is feasible for you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Much love.